Welcome back to Finnegan's Garage. Thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate the support, especially you guys that have bought the new merch. We got new shirts, hats, shirts, stickers, all the things. And on this episode, we're gonna turn this bunch of electronics and switches and diodes and air cylinders and batteries into a fully functioning twin turbo LSX powered jet boat for my wife.
Sure.
She might believe it. She never watches these videos, so she didn't see the last one. So we're good, don't you worry about it. We have 3 days. I feel like in 3 days, we can finish all the fabrication projects and get the boat running. Not driving, but running. Let's go. So this is the Holley Dominator ECU. It is red because it is their brand new lightweight version of it. We run this in Blasphemy, Game Over. Pretty much everything I've done with the EFI lately, we've been using this because it's incredible how powerful it is. This is your ignition system. This is your EFI system. This is a transmission controller. If you have an automatic electronically controlled transmission, this is your data logger, all in one box. It has a ton of programmable inputs and outputs, which we use a lot on jet boats. So love this thing. That will be connected to this box here. This is a second injector driver box. The Dominator will control 8 injectors, and then we're gonna add this for 8 more, because as you've seen before in other videos, we have 16 injectors on our Frankenstein intake manifold. This little box will be our EGT box. So we're gonna run EGT sensors in every primary tube of our headers. That'll help us tune. And then this right here is a Speedwires relay block. These are incredible. They come in various configurations and sizes. This has 14 relays. This is going to control everything in the boat, whether it needs power, whether it's going to a hydraulic system, a CO2 powered system. This is going to control all of it. And it's one cable, one plug going to a switch box at the front of the boat. It's very easy to wire. All the fuses are built in. This saves a ton of time in wiring. And yes, this is not inexpensive, but the amount of time you save in labor wiring up individual relays, trust me, it more than offsets it. What else we got here? Speedwires remote battery disconnect switch. This will go between the battery and all the electronics, and a button at the front of the boat disconnects all of it, which is nice. No more cables and levers and stuff that can fail. Now we have electronics that could potentially fail, but these seem to be pretty reliable. This is a valve that controls CO2. This is by Clippard. Use these in a bunch of jet boats over the years. This is going to control the CO2 system, which is going to make the jet drive go up and down, forward, reverse, all that stuff. There will be 4 of these in the boat. And all of this stuff will get mounted in this aluminum tray that Newbern and I built this morning. He bead rolled it, drilled all the holes and bent it, and then I TIG welded the corners. Everything will go in here under the back seat, hidden so it's nice and clean, out of the way, away from the water. We also built our own battery box today. That will put this Odyssey PC925 battery down in the bottom of the boat in the middle. And all of this stuff should be hidden. We shouldn't have a bunch of ugliness going on, especially not since Kelvy's here to wire it. And you can't see him, but okay, now you can see him. Kelvy was instrumental in beating John Chase in the Finnegan race we did, where he lost his beard, because Kelvy identified a bunch of issues we had with our car and our wiring in Blasphemy when we were out in Lake Havasu a few years ago. And so he's back for the next 3 or 4 days to help wire this with me and Dave and get the boat running. And if it doesn't run, we'll drag him behind another boat on an inner tube until he cries. He thinks I'm kidding. I am. We're not gonna do that. Push him, maybe. We won't drag him, we'll just push him. All right, so step 1, put all of this stuff in the box and then in the boat. That way Kelvy can keep wiring and Dave and I can keep fabricating, because we want the boat to run, but there's all kinds of things that need to be finished on it, like the turbo system. It's kind of a big deal. Not done. We should do that. So here we go. So right now we're gonna eyeball wastegate placement. And ideally, this is where you want these to go, right? If you mount this right here, this is what's called prioritizing the wastegate. So the exhaust flow goes directly into the wastegate. What you don't want to do is take one of these wastegates and mount it this way. You don't want it opposite of the exhaust flow. What's going to happen is you're going to have boost creep like you wouldn't believe, because the exhaust flow isn't going to vent well. It wants to go into the turbo. When you put the wastegate like this, it doesn't want to flow out of here very much. This works okay, same deal. You don't want to tee it in there, but if you have to, due to wherever you have space for mounting it, you could. But the best place is to mount it right here, where 100% of the exhaust has the option of going out of the wastegate so it can vent it and stop the boost from creeping up. So all we're gonna do is put this right about here, mark our 3-inch pipe, come in here, cut it out, weld this to that, and then weld a dump tube that comes up here and either dumps into our exhaust tip or runs right next to it. So there's the next step. Get those mounted. You've only dropped every piece, but only once.
That was twice on the nut.
Oh, all right. Maybe you are losing your marbles then. And yeah, people, we know all the clamps are going different directions. We're just mocking it up.
Just mock up.
It's just mock-up. We just want to see that and a turbo on there so we can visualize an exhaust tube.
That's cool.
Before we go.
I didn't realize that these didn't come out at a 90-degree angle compared to the inlet. These are angled, so no worries. But
cool.
That looks good.
Yeah, I like it. Oh yeah, that's gonna look cool. I've shown you guys this part before, but it's a pretty awesome tool. This is from Street Strip Concepts. This is a purge block. And what this does is bolt it to things that you want to keep flat and to back purge with argon while you're welding it. So if you look there, there's a fitting that goes in there. There's a channel there. Essentially what you do is you hook a hose to this, and you hook a hose to a regulator with a bottle of argon. Cap off every other orifice, and then put some pinholes in it. I like to use aluminum foil there. Turn on your regulator, fill this with argon, allowing it to escape slowly, and usually roll at about 5 to 7 psi there. And as you weld, the argon removes all of the oxygen from inside of the tubing, which allows the weld puddle to penetrate and cool on the inside of the tube without attracting impurities from the air. And what you end up with is a weld on the back side of the tube that looks almost as good as the front side of the tube. Now the areas right here, the areas that don't look as good on the inside of the tube, you can see one right there in the middle of the screen by my giant thumb. That's a spot where I tack welded it on the outside during the mock-up process, and that was done without argon flowing through the tube, and so you can see it, see how it's rough? That's called sugaring. That can flake off. That can go through your turbo and destroy it. You don't want that. So the reason we back purge is to prevent that right there, sugaring. That's where, as the puddle cooled, it pulled impurities out of the atmosphere into the puddle and contaminated it. And so you don't want that. That's the reason we back purge stuff, especially stuff, that's going to be going on the inlet of a turbo system. This is only something you got to do on reactive metals like titanium or stainless steel. You don't have to do this with mild steel. You don't have to do this with aluminum. But that's why we back purge. That right there. Tray is pretty much done. We've got our spacers welded to it. All the seams are welded. This fits between the stringers of the boat and hides everything under the back seat. It's the Dominator ECU, Speedwires relay block, remote battery disconnect, EGT, and second set of injector drivers. Boom.
I like it.
Now we just have to wire all of it.
Thank you, Kelvy.
Kelvy's like, what did I get myself into? Dave, we can cross something off the list.
Oh, can we?
Yeah.
Let's see. Like what? Oh. There's one.
Boom.
Yes.
That's it.
Okay, all right.
2 more days.
Tomorrow's a new day. Long day. Long day.
We'll be fine. Oh, that fits good. I put this piece of foam between that and the bottom of the boat so it's not actually touching it. Because if it did touch it a bunch, it would probably crack. The boat, not the battery. Maybe the battery too, I don't know.
It's a little tall.
It was always going to be tall. Did you make the box too deep? Do we need to cut an inch off the entire top of the box? That would suck. That would totally. Oh, you built. Oh yeah, that's the box. You went to here, huh?
Yeah, because I heard like originally 4 inches.
Yeah, I heard 4 inches too. Might have even said it to you.
And now I'm looking at that going.
I just want to take all those electronics out since we have to go back and cut the box. The battery fits so good though. I mean, 4 inches, 3 inches. I mean, it's practically the same number if you round to the middle. Stuff.
Oh man.
3 days. We're starting out good. All right, so you just take a death wheel around the entire box. Just put a moving blanket over all the electronics and just knock that out real fast. Look at how good the battery fits.
Man, screw your battery. Your battery just screwed up my installation here.
Without the battery, you got no installation.
Let's just set it in here and just see what it looks like.
Okay. Yeah, let's just set it.
That way I'm not quite disappointed. I'm only 90% disappointed right now, but
Could mount the seat a little higher than we were.
no, that would look dumb.
I agree.
No.
But you seem so angry. I'm trying to come up with solutions here. This looks good. It's not going through the nut locks. Looks good.
I might take the washer out.
It's really close. If you hadn't bead rolled it down. You could just lift it up a 1/4 of an inch, maybe. I mean, it's really cool what you did there. If only you made it the right size.
The grommets are over there. Like, if I take material off, it's gonna slice right. It'll be all right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait, what about this? Cut a window in here and sink it down over the battery mount. Because really, it's just the battery mount that's getting this right now.
Yeah,
It's just that.
damn it.
It's going too well. This looks great, though. Man.
All right, so let's set the seat in it and see. We need to mark and see exactly where it's going to be.
Okay.
So we know exactly where to put this because this is going to go like center of the seat. The seat's got to cover that entire thing. So.
Oh, yeah, because what if the seat is, here?
Yeah.
What if?
Actually, I mean, no. That's
pretty far forward.
Yeah, that's no.
Let me just mount battery.
Yes. All
Poop.
right.
All right, 2 things down.
We ate lunch.
Lunch. Wait, pop-off switch is done, right?
Yep.
Dude. What else? Switch panel mounts?
Yep.
Dude.
Coil mount.
Coil mounts. Kill switch mount.
What?
Yeah, man. Dude.
That's a lot.
Yeah, we're making stuff happen. You just got all that left, though.
Well, let's not focus on the rest of the wall. Let's just do the one list at a time.
Yeah, oh, this list, doing good. Doing good. Shout out to TechFlex and Wire Care for all the good stuff Kelvy's using to wire up Wifey's boat. She wants the good stuff at all times.
We all do.
So that is F6 split loom. And if you guys have never used one of these before, save yourself the hassle, get them from Wire Care. The split loom slides over it. This slides down the bundle of wires. It makes installing split loom so much easier. You're practically done. This is great. I'll be running tomorrow.
Might be.
What you doing, Dave?
Oh, plumbing. Trying to figure out all my options here. I like having an assortment of different bins there. So I'm trying to figure out what looks the cleanest.
I like this. This looks good. I like where you're going with this.
Boom. Just like that.
Yeah, man.
Straight down, up under the motor.
I like the Ultra Pro hose.
I love it.
That stuff is so easy to build when you can crimp it together. Shout out to Earle's for the killer plumbing. This is supposed to run tomorrow.
I mean,
It looks close.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, it looks.
This always happens to us, but we always make it.
We will make it.
We always make it.
We will make it. Kelvy, what are we doing now?
I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know.
What are you pretending to do?
Trying to measure the wire. Make sure the wire is gonna reach to where it's supposed to be.
That intake manifold is not bolted on, but it is in there, and the injector harness is on in the valley. So I'd say that thing's real close to being bolted on permanent, like.
So this will go this way. Come up this way. I guess.
What was that, cam sensor?
Yeah.
And that's other sensors on the intake?
This will be air temp
Yep.
right here. And then coolant. Go this way.
All right.
Sweet. I love it.
And then we got wideband with our cam crank sensor. Go this way on the bottom.
One wideband or two?
You got two? I don't know.
Two.
Yeah.
Two would be good.
The other one we can go through that side.
Yeah. Perfect.
So
Wifey wants two widebands. Wifey's all about the data
Yeah.
and the data. She loves the information. Ladies call it gossip. We call it data.
Oh, man.
Did you see what cylinder number 1 was doing with cylinder number 7 when we money shifted it? Oh, girl.
He's rich.
All gonna keep making coil stuff happen.
Yeah, we're completely good. I made it extra long, just
Nice.
to be sure.
The ladies love that too.
Mm-hmm.
Just mounted the Turbo Smart blow-off valve. Welded the mount to it. This is one of the last fabrication projects for the whole thing. All I gotta do now is exhaust pipes. And oh, here's a tip for you guys. When building a boat for your wife, use her household cleaning projects to get the job done. Toilet brush makes an excellent, bristle brush to clean out the tubing. Because, once you welded and ground on this, you don't want all those metal shavings to end up in her turbos. She wouldn't appreciate that. So get yourself a toilet brush, or, the little brush from her dishwasher upstairs. It's not really hers, but, it's ours. But if she's the one that bought the brush, use that brush to also clean out the inside of your stainless steel or aluminum tubing. She'll like that.
Is that new, or did you just grab that from the bathroom?
Oh, it's brand new. That's why she's going to be excited.
Okay, all right.
Grabbed it right out of the grocery bag. Hey, honey, let me put this away for you.
Didn't know if you were smearing some doo-doo in the pipes or not, or if that was,
No, that's for the haters. This is her boat.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't.
It is coming together. Putting some sleeving on all the fuel lines so they don't get too hot. Basically, all the lines are made. I do got to make the two from the filter down to the pan down there. And then that's it for as far as all the hoses. Gotta get a belt for the alternator. The electronics is probably, 75% finished?
80.
80, all right.
Probably 85. I'll say 80.
Nice.
At this point, he's over it. He just wants to go see Top Gun. He's like, I don't care if this boat runs or not. Top Gun came out yesterday. Why aren't we at a movie theater? That's what he's saying.
All right.
Are you even old enough to see the first one when it came out in the theater?
No.
You're not. And yet he's still a Tom Cruise fan. He's got good taste.
Yep.
Fired right up.
Dun, 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 dun.